Namaskar and welcome to the session on nutritive value of milk. This session is from the School of Agriculture and for the students continuing under the Diploma in Dairy Technology program, and the course is Dairy Production and Quality of Milk. Dear learners, today we will discuss the nutritive value of milk. The objective is to know the nutritive value of milk and what are the health benefits associated with it. Now, the first question is, what is milk? It is a complete and nutritious food from the nature, and it is formed in mammary gland to sustain the newborn during first few months of the life. And this complex fluid contains many components in different state of dispersion. Now, what are the components? If you recall, it contains lipid, proteins, carbohydrate, vitamins, minerals and water. Milk is a dispersion of milk fat globules. Fat particles are in emulsion and casein micelles are in the colloidal phase, and they all are in the continuous phase of water, sugar, whey proteins and minerals are there. Now, if you see the fractions of the milk, there is a total solids, what we call it comprises fat and SNF. And the SNF, when we say, it means solid not fat and contains proteins, lactose, salt, vitamins. So, the SNF means total solids minus fat is there. And the milk plasma, when we take from the milk, the fat globules are moved, that is known as the milk plasma. And the serum is, when we remove the casein from the milk plasma, it is milk serum is there. Similarly, milk primate is from the serum, when we remove the whey proteins, it is the milk primate is there. So, these are the fractions are there. Remember, total solids is fat and SNF. These are the two main components, and SNF mean proteins, lactose, salt, vitamins and water is there, right. Now, the composition of the milk, just see there are different, we have the cow, buffalo, this is the average composition. Water is around 87% is there. Buffalo milk, as we know, is a very rich, so the water is less. The sheep also is quite rich, so water is less, and the goat milk is near to the cow milk, so it is around 86.7, and human milk also the water is 87% is there. Now, see the variation in the fat is there. Our buffalo milk has the high fat percentage with 7.8%, and the goat has around 4.5. The sheep also contains high fat percentage. Human milk has 4.6% is there. Now, see the casein. The human milk has less of the casein, only 0.5 is there, and the sheep has the 3.9, and the buffalo has the 3.2 is there. Now, goat milk, you see, it has a less of the casein is there. Lactose, human milk has a high lactose content, and the rest are they have the same, around 4.6 to 4.4 is there. And the whey proteins also, the human has 0.7, and almost all have the same whey proteins level is there. Now, what it provides milk? When we take 1 cup, say 100 gram of cow milk it we take, so we have calculated the values on the cow milk. It gives us calories, 68 calories, water will be 87 grams, protein will be 3.5 grams, fat will be 3.9 grams, carbohydrates 4.9 grams, ash 0.7, calcium 118 milligrams, and phosphorus 93 milligrams, and iron is 0.1 milligram, which is less in the milk. This is the only constituents which is less in the milk is there. Now, just see the nutritive value of various products. Evaporated milk has 138 calories per 100 gram, sweetened condensed milk 320, the dried skim milk powder 362, butter 716, processed cheese 370, and similarly ice cream 200 7, dried with 344 and buttermilk 36 is there. This is the nutritive value of milk products is there. Now, what are the main constituents if you recall? We said water, fat, protein, lactose, salt, vitamin, enzymes. Every constituents play an important role. Water also plays an important role, and fat, proteins, lactose. So, we will discuss, because it is in reference to the nutritive value. So, we will discuss the what is their role is there. They are essential for the growth, for supply of energy and maintenance of our body is there. Also helps in recovery from disease, in reproduction, and provides taste and appetite and palatability to us is there. So, this is the role played by the milk constituents which are present into the system. Now, just let's see the gross composition for the milk. Again we show the solid not fat is 69% is there, the fat is 31%, protein is around 26% is there. So, you can say this is the percentage of the value which is there. Now, similarly, the different species, if you can see, from the buffalo milk, human milk, and the goat milk is there, and you can see the buffalo milk has the highest total solid is there, fat percentage is there. Similarly, the sheep milk is also having the quite rich is there, and the goat milk is also similar to the cow milk is there. Now, this is the composition, and you can see the gross composition of from the different species is there in this slide also. You can see the fat, how much casein, how much whey protein, lactose and ash is there. Just to give you the breakdown within the protein, how much of casein, how much of whey protein is present into the system is there. The human milk is very good that it has a less of casein and less of whey protein, and good of the lactose is there. Now, the energy value also you can see it is almost same, but then you can see the energy from the carbohydrates is varies from it is very high in the human milk, and the buffalo milk is there. From the fat also it varies, from the protein also it varies. So, depending upon the composition we can calculate these things. So, depend what is your requirement, so we can decide the chart for the newborn baby or for the adult, what type of energy we are going to use. Now, we will take one by one the constituents are there. The milk protein, I mean, so this is the main factor why milk should be consumed by everyone. It is a rich source of protein, and as we know proteins, there are two parts are there: casein, insoluble milk proteins, and whey proteins which are soluble. Now, both are considered to be of excellent quality, and they both contains high proportion of essential amino acids, 9 essential amino acids, and good digestibility. It is a good source which of amino acid, essential amino acids, which comprises tryptophan, phenylalanine, lysine, threonine, valine, methionine, leucine, arginine, and histidine is there. As we know, we need 20 amino acids. These 9 are essential, and the good quantity is present in the milk is there. That is why we say the milk has a biological value of around 90 is there, and this is an index of nutritive value of milk proteins is there. Biological value of milk proteins increases when it is mixed with the cereals. Therefore, when we say sometimes along with the cereals, we should take the milk also. So, they complement each other very well, and it increases the value of the milk is there. Now, biological value, just for reference purpose, it is the quality of protein or nitrogen that may have participated in tissue construction, or the percentage of nitrogen absorbed that is made use by the body is there. So, milk has a good nutritive value of 90 is there. Now, the other advantages, health benefits, they have a high buffering capacity on stomach and is remedy for excessive stomach acidity. So whenever you have an acidity, take a cold, good chilled milk, a glass of chilled milk, it will help you. And they are also used in the dietary therapy for person suffering from acidity and gastritis is there. It blends good with the other proteins and provides supplementary dietetic food is there. The negative side of milk proteins is they can give you the allergic also to some particular infants, it could be there. Those people should avoid taking proteins is there. Now we said there are two types of proteins, casein and whey proteins. So we will take one by one. Casein is the major protein is there, it is 80% is there, and there are 4 variations are there, alpha, beta, kappa, gamma, but the alpha casein is the main protein is there, and the nutritive advantages, it has the ability to increase the absorption of minerals such as calcium and phosphorus, and also promotes lower blood pressure, which is very essential nowadays because of the stress is there. Now the other advantage with the casein is it is a slow digesting dairy protein, it releases amino acids slowly, so people often take it before bed to help with the recovery and reduce muscle breakdown while they sleep. That's why in our system also we say when you sleep, take a glass of milk before retiring is there, right? The next is the whey protein, that is 20% is there. They are rich in branch chain amino acids such as leucine, isoleucine and valine, and the beneficial health aspects such as they also decrease the blood pressure and improve the mood during period of stress is there. They are excellent for growing and maintaining muscle. It is a popular supplement among athletes and bodybuilders are there. So the whey proteins are highly nutritional value for youngsters, adults and the old people, which act as a tonic for the body weight maintenance. They are used in preparation of high protein foods, low fat foods, low salt food, etc. Now the next component is milk fat. Normally we say the milk will contains around 4% fat is there, and it is a complex of all natural fats containing about 400 different type of fatty acids are there. The whole milk is very saturated, highly saturated, and 70% of its fatty acid is there, and polyunsaturated fatty acids are minimal amount, and that is 2 to 3% is there. And the benefit is impart rigidity to mitochondria and health skin is there. The nutritive value is very high because of the 9 kilocalories per grams is there, and it also carrier of the fat globules vitamins A, D, E, K. They also contribute to the significant amount of essential fatty acids, linolenic and arachidonic. These are the 3 are there, and the emulsing properties of milk are related to phospholipids, which are present to the extent of 1% in total fat is there, and the monosaturated is about 20% is there, and they also contains the trans fats which are beneficial for the health is there. And there are some research suggests that the conjugated linolenic acid has some disadvantage also, may harm the metabolism is there, but the milk fat is a good source for the trans fats are there, and this is good in respect of this. Now the one disadvantage which is about the cholesterol level, but this also has been now, the reports are there that it is not as bad as has been advocated or given in the media is there. Now the lactose is 5% milk, and this breakdowns when we take it is into glucose and galactose. As we know, lactose is a disaccharide is there. So it facilitates mineral absorption, particularly sodium, calcium and magnesium. This is the very plus point is there, and if you see in human milk, this is good in higher quantities there. It supports immune system also, and it has a low glycemic index is there. But some people have problem of breaking down the lactose, so they call it as the lactose intolerance could be there. Now lactose is in all our fermented dairy products, which gives us the good value to that is functional food, we call it as a, because of the lactose is converted into lactic acid, and they, like all the products like dahi, lassi, shrikhand, they are prepared because of this only. And this lactose also have an advantage is that we get the slightly cooked flavor which we all Indians like, with it comes the brown color is there. And but it has a negative point also, it will give us the sardiness in ice cream and sometime in condensed milk also. Now the main other main constituents is vitamins and minerals in the milk. They are good source of vitamins and minerals. Vitamin B12 is very high, calcium is very high, is best source, but it is easily absorbed also. This is the advantage is there. Riboflavin is also, dairy products are the biggest source of riboflavin. Phosphorus, dairy products are a good source of phosphorus, and that plays an important role in all our biological processes is there. Now milk salts, if we say major, we can divide into two major salt constituents. It includes calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, phosphorus, citrate, chloride. And then the trace elements, all other elements comes under the traces there. So you can see the value, like sodium value is 50, potassium is 145, calcium we already mentioned 120, magnesium 13, phosphorus 95, chloride 100, sulfate 10, carbonate 20, and citrate 175 is there. Vitamin value also, vitamin C you can see, thiamine is also there, riboflavin is there, and the pantothenic acid, nicotinic acid, pyridoxine, biotin, B12 and folic acid is there. So these are the vitamins. And similarly, fat soluble vitamin A, D, E and K. Now let us see what are their advantages. Like we know vitamin A is for our eyes, retina of eyes, mucous membrane, infection prevention, night blindness is there. Similarly, vitamin A is anti-beriberi, body maintenance is there, and the riboflavin is the oxidation reduction changes in the milk. Nicotinic acid is for the skin disorder, plaque disease is there. Pyridoxine is anti-plaque factor. Biotin promotes skill development. Folic acid prevents anemia. Then vitamin C prevents scurvy, and vitamin D about the rickets, and vitamin E is anti-sterility is there. Now the main the health benefits include like is bone health and osteoporosis. Now we know osteoporosis is a condition characterized by decrease in bone density, and that is the main factor for the bone fractures among elder adults. So we should take the milk, I would say, in our young age, because then our bones will be very strong is there. So the cow's milk, normally when it is for the young calf, it promote bone growth is there in the young calf, and it has a similar effect in human being also. And the high calcium and protein content of the milk, they are mainly responsible for this effect is there. So being a rich source of calcium, milk may promote bone milk mineral density, and it cuts our risk of osteoporosis is there. It's also related with the blood pressure, that is reduces the blood pressure. So you can see the advantages of milk. It reduces blood pressure and increases the bone mineral density, and also helps in the acidity, also brings the immunity also, biological value is also high. So these are the advantages out there. And normally high blood pressure is major factor for heart disease is there. Now this dairy products have linked that they reduce the high blood pressure, and this is because of the unique combination of calcium, potassium and magnesium for this effect are there. The other factors may also play part, such as peptide formed during the digestion of casein is there. Now lactose intolerance, we mentioned that some people are not able to digest lactose. This is known during the childhood, and this is known as lactose intolerance, and this is lactose is not fully absorbed, and some of it passes into the colon where the residing bacteria starts fermenting it. And this fermentation process leads to short chain fatty acid such as and gas such as methane and carbon dioxide, and they feel very bad. So those people should avoid the milk, should be there. Then there is a one disadvantage with the allergy also, that milk is rare, it is in adult, but in young children it is there, and it is mainly because of the whey protein, alpha lactoglobulin and beta globulin, but casein can be also there. Now the symptoms of allergy are like skin rash, swelling, breathing problems, vomiting, diarrhea and blood in stools are there. And there some consumption is also associated with the aching, a common skin disease characterized by pimples, especially on the face, chest and back. So, but I would like to mention some of the very important features of the two important milks, like goat milk is there. Now goat milk, you have seen the composition, they contain several bioactive compounds, and the peptides, fats and oligosaccharides present in goat milk can be potentially useful in cardiovascular diseases, metabolic disorders, neurological degeneration, or in promoting intestinal health and chemopreventive properties in cancer. And it contains higher amount of calcium, magnesium, phosphorus and medium chain triglycerides, and it is recommended for infants, old and convalescent people. So goat milk is very in demand, particularly with when the people they are in the recovery mode, or for the infants or for the old, because of the lot of health benefits, like particularly in the cardiovascular diseases, neurological degeneration, and during the cancer also is there. Similarly, we also have a buffalo milk. India is a very good number of buffaloes, and buffalo milk is quite popular also because it contains high total solids, energy value is also high as you have seen in the composition, good in fat, proteins, lactose and ash. Now emulsifying capacity of buffalo milk is better than cow milk, and total and free cholesterol content is less. It is a good source of conjugated linolenic acid for human, good source for vitamin A and D, and calcium magnesium is about 1.5 times higher in buffalo milk than cow milk. The concentration of sodium, potassium and chloride is low in buffalo milk. So these are the virtues of the buffalo milk is there. Now to conclude, that milk is almost a complete and nutritious food. It is poised also, and the proteins are only next to the egg proteins, which are the we take at the highest biological value. But milk with the biological value 90, and when we take with the cereals, its biological value increases. Whey proteins are rich in essential amino acids, and calcium also helps in absorption of calcium. Casein helps in absorption of calcium. Immunoglobulin protects us against diseases, and the milk fat imparts palatability. So with this, thank you very much.